let's listen.
The Pacific Amphitheater is empty right now, but when bands like Tears for Fears and Culture Club fill it, K-Rock is here to bring you the best new music. K-Rock, the station that was first to bring you Duran Duran, Depeche Mode and Wham, continues its commitment to bring you new music in Southern California.
K-R-O-Q!
In the meantime, how about some orchestral maneuvers in the dark? This is Electricity. So hi, I'm Richard Blade. You might know me back in the day on the world famous K-Rock. Now I'm on Sirius XM's First Wave playing all your favorite classic alternative. In other words, hip 80s.
Hey everyone, welcome to Man on the Street, and we are on site at the Whiskey A Go Go on the famous Sunset Strip in Hollywood in Los Angeles, California. And we are here tonight for the big When in Rome, UK, Andrew Mann, Clive Farrington, kind of celebration of their new release of the song To Fix It. So they're not all about The Promise or Heaven Knows. They've got new music coming. And I'm here tonight with the host, Mr. Richard Blade of K-Rock fame, the world famous K-Rock, as well as Sirius Radio. He's on Channel 33 First Wave. Richard, great to have you here. How are you?
Jamie, it's always great to see you. Now, Jamie and I, we go way back. We've been partying at so many concerts. We've been partying in the Dominican Republic together. So it's like old home week being with Jamie.
Thank you, Richard. So let me ask you the first question is, obviously at this event here, I'm so happy for Andrew Mann, Clive Farrington, and of course, they've got the band behind him now, a great band. But talk about this event. You're the host and the release of this new song.
Well, I think it's great because obviously I love 80s music. That's why I play. But I also do features on First Wave like New Sensation. So this gives me an opportunity to play new music from what I consider a heritage band, a band that's given us great music over the years, but they're still around. They're still playing live, as we're going to see tonight here at the legendary Whiskey. I mean, the Whiskey is fantastic. The Go-Go's played here and broke big. The Doors played here. They're going to be on the same stage as those icons, and they'll be playing the hits and playing the new music. So for me, it's a thrill because I get part of the 80s heritage and I also get to be part of the new music that's coming out. So, hey, I win on both sides.
Okay, Richard, I want to ask you a question now about your book, your autobiography. Right. World in My Eyes came out in 2017, and it's an incredible read. It's long, but it's really good about this guy's life, and it's so interesting. So if you get a chance, pick it up. But I want to ask you a question from there. I know that you went to college at Westminster College in Oxford. It was a teacher training university, but I don't believe it's there anymore. But I know you went there and you had quite a good time. Yep. You were not only an instructor for deep sea diving, a student kind of instructor. You were also spinning all over the place. Obviously, your DJ gigs all over the place and having a great time. And you had a girlfriend doing all these things, and all of a sudden the administration came to you about final exams and said, hey, we know what you're doing, but after you flunk these exams, you're out of here. And I think you said to them, well, what if I pass? And they said, that's not going to happen. But it was such a big part of the book and such a big hurdle for you in your life. Talk about what happened there.
Well, the thing was, Westminster College was part of 28 university colleges that are in Oxford. And so the first 3 years, as you said, it was like teacher training and studying and things like that. But I was having too good a time, because I was learning to swim competitively. I had a great girlfriend, Carolyn Wilson. And then I was learning to dive with the RAF because there's a huge Air Force base, which Americans use all the time. It's called Bryce Norton. And so I was learning to dive in their pilot down tank and diving with these incredible service people. And so I was just having the best time and not really applying myself to the studies. And so when I got called into the principal, Donald Tranter's office, and he said, I know you're going to fail the exams, you're going to be out of here and all that kind of stuff. I took it as like a personal challenge. And I'm not the brightest, you know, person. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I just applied myself for about 3 weeks, and I actually sailed through the exams. And not only did he not kick me out, but then I transferred, and as well as being at Westminster, I went to Exeter College, not the city of Exeter, but Exeter College in Oxford, and took a 4th year there and a 2nd degree. So it was like, hey, screw you. You know, if you really want to do something, you can do it. So I was lucky. I had a great time, and then, you know, a few gray hairs just before the exams, but after that, it was fun. And the only thing was about college is I didn't want to be a teacher. I was also taking drama, and I didn't really want to be an actor because my brother was an actor at the time, and he was saying, oh, it's, you know, really tough, Actors Equity, which is the union there and all that kind of stuff. And so DJing kind of took me into that path, and here I am 40 years later, still DJing. It's crazy.
Hello and welcome to Video One. I'm Richard Blade. We're inside the JFK Stadium in Philadelphia. Coming up today, all the acts that you've been seeing at Live Aid. Right now on stage behind me is Bryan Adams. So let's start off the show with Bryan Adams on Video One. The Video One studio with me today are Tim and Mike from INXS. Nice to have you here.
Good to be here.
You have a new album out in the States called Listen Like Thieves. Hello and welcome to day 5 of Video One on location in Australia. The sun is going down. We're outside the Sydney Opera House with one of the great singers of our time,
Ta-da!
Tony Hadley from Spandau
Yes, I'm
Ballet.
here. Yes.
And you're not going to be here much longer because you've got to get on stage.
Yeah, about 2 3/4 hours I'm on stage. I'm hitting the stage. Thank God.
Just getting ready to warm up the vocal cords at the Opera House, right?
Definitely, that's why I'm doing this show.
All right, well, day 3 of our interview with the Thompson Twins. They're on tour of the States, and you have a great new album out. Here's to Future Days, and we're moving on right now to a #1 single here in the States. Were you surprised at the success of Hold Me Now?
Yeah.
This is Video One, and our special in-studio guest, and we're really honoured to have you here, is Boy George. September '82 was really the time when you became a superstar. I mean, after working for it for many years and appearing in a lot of the English papers and then having 2 singles out prior to Do You Really Want to Hurt Me, you exploded on the scene.
Yep,
And I mean, your face was everywhere.
it was. So I'm hiding it now.
Welcome back to Video One. Today we have a very special co-host, Danny Elfman from Oingo Boingo, and also Danny Elfman from Danny Elfman. Right? Incorporated.
A non-profit, non-shaving corporation.
Is this like the Don Johnson look?
No, it's the sloppy, got up too late, couldn't find my razor look.
But had to make it to Video One in time to do the show look. Okay, would you like...